Hello, friends, and welcome back to Positively Peppers, where today I will talk to you a little bit about this absolutely mass of pepper plants in front of me, what I did with the soil and fertilizer to get them growing so vigorously, and then lastly talk a little bit about the peppers themselves. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about it. So, if you didn't watch the video on the super hot peppers last week, I'll go ahead and put some pictures up on the screen of what the soil and like compost mixes are. But I did the same thing in this bed that I did for that super hot bed in the back, at a much lower compost to regular soil ratio. It's probably only like 20% compost to regular soil mix. But then what I also did was put about a quarter of a bag each of two different Miracle Grow granular fertilizers, and that really seems to have done the trick because these have gotten bigger, honestly, than pepper plants could even get. I didn't know that they could get like 2.5, 3 feet tall, like some of the larger ones have gotten. And of course, as you can kind of see here, it's super dense in there. I think I'm gonna have to reevaluate my strategy for next year and maybe only do 2 rows of pepper plants as opposed to three, as the square foot would let you do in these 3 foot wide beds. But that's a problem for overwinter slash next year, Jake. And here you can just kind of see I finished off this bed with some nursery bought, store bought pepper starts because not all of my pepper plants made it, unfortunately, but most of them did, which is, fortunate. I like to see that my pepper plants do well. So there's something interesting going on with those Pequins over there. So let's go ahead and swing on over to the other side of the bed. And for those familiar with the Pequin pepper, this is way too big to be a Pequin pepper. Um, and what I think happened is last year uh, the pepper I planted was a hybridized pepper between a shishito and a Pequin because they're very similar, I think. Some are not spicy at all, and then some are relatively spicy. So that's what I think happened. But as you can see, this side of the bed, the west side of the bed, um, is I've been a lot more productive so far. I don't know if it's because it gets that later afternoon sun and maybe more direct sun than the other side. But the other side is just now starting to put some out, so I'm kind of already getting overrun. So once those start coming through, I'm really going to have a hard time keeping up. Going to be giving a lot to family, friends, and making sauces out of them. So yeah, you can see these goat's horns here look a lot like the sweet savory, so I'm glad I kept a plant between the two of them. And lastly, over here in the other garden bed, it was going to be for more vegetables, as you can see with that just overrun tomato plant kind of in the background there. But I never really ended up planting that much, so I just finished it off with some more store-bought, nursery-bought pepper plants. And it's pretty much the same mulch compost to soil ratio, and then about the same amount of granular fertilizer as well. So that's pretty much all I got for you. The This bed is looking a lot more sad than the other bed, but it still has some new green leaves coming out, and as well as kind of down where some of the yellow leaves have fallen off. So when I see that, I'm usually never too worried about it. I know they'll end up pulling through. So um, yeah, anyway, now that's all I got for you. I hope your gardens are doing well. Um, for me, a big surprise has been I've been enjoying sweet peppers a lot more than I thought I would. What is a big surprise in your garden this year? Has there been anything you thought you would really enjoy and didn't? Or maybe it's the opposite. Anyway, let me know in the comments, like and subscribe, and until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy your time out in the garden. Take care.